All right. Hey guys, how's it going? It's your boy Kel from Good Burger. Was his name Kellen Good Burger? Anyway, this is number 9. There's only one commentary after this and one episode after this. Who boy? What is gonna happen? Yeah. This episode's with Carl Tart. Yeah, let's just watch it, huh? Why not? Why not just watch it? Boop, 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 boop. I said boop. Remember when this stuff happened? Oh, yeah. What a recap. It's long. So, what's up with you guys? Having a good time? Having a good day/night? Oh, that purple shirt I'm wearing, they bought me because I don't have any shirts without logos on them. And it doesn't have you can't really see it. It doesn't have end seams. So like the bottom of the shirt and then the end of the sleeves, they just terminate in cut fabric, like the cut fabric, and then it just kind of rolls up into a little like roll. It's just I've never seen a shirt like that. See, he's saying he farted. I like his mouth movements and that. He's like maintaining a smile. Oh, I'm in my room, by the way. I'm not at the office that I usually record in. Let's quest. There's that guy wearing a bright green shirt. Everyone's supposed to not wear like bright colors, but he did. I think it would have been fine if everyone wore bright colors, but it doesn't really work when one person wears really bright colors and everyone else wears dark colors. So the background was basically inspired or concepted by Nike, who is a storyboard. No, not a storyboard. A color and background artist, I think. I think it looks crazy. Limerick's back. Canonically, Limerick got booked by the police, by AQD, but he wasn't guilty of the same crimes that our gang was, so they didn't put him on trial. They just kind of released him, especially because they had that mix-up in the courtroom. I initially imagined the manta ray being like sideways, maybe like a sunfish, but this way kind of looked cool too. Sports. My TV just did something. So there's originally a bit of a subplot that Dan was doing where his two characters were like meeting and getting to know each other. I think there was maybe some gay stuff too. I mean, not super explicit, but because like he plays fondue as gay or whatever. And so I think he definitely took himself out to a dinner to like catch up, but it didn't really go anywhere. So this is all just made up because, I mean, it wasn't established whether or not he lived in the material plane or the astral plane. So he was like, well, I gotta make something up. I assume he probably lives in the astral plane, though. We went through a bunch of versions to see like how silly we could make the penis look. I think it looks like a Dr. Seuss kind of thing, you know? Yeah, so the Starshade expanse is kind of like the frontier of the astral plane. It's where the astral plane kind of bubbles and frosts into other dimensions and planes. And then, like, on the inside is like the astral plane proper. So it's kind of like a coastal town on the side of, or on the edge of the astral sea. That sign, the Forever MM1 sign, we added pretty late in production. I didn't do a lot of female NPCs this season. I kind of messed up. And this is, I think, one of the first female NPCs of this season, which is a big problem. But yeah. So something the gang never does is spend money or go shopping or attempt to buy stuff. So this is the first time in all of Harmonquest that they've like intentionally gone to a store to buy supplies. It's also basically the first season where they actually were like collecting treasure. I intended them to collect treasure and buy stuff, but it basically never happened. I guess they went into that barely cursed bazaar of commerce, but I think they bought one thing in that. I think I mentioned before, but the sandwich god is canonical. That's like a golden idol, kind of in the sandwich god's image, you know, like you might have a golden statue of a demon or something. And Han Judgment used the sandwich wand, which is like a relic of the sandwich god's pantheon. Originally, I wanted to do these kind of bits in a way that it was kind of like aping live action television when it was like, you know, you only cut between the two characters and you don't see them both on screen at the same time. Or if you do, it's like very clear that there's like spliced shots being cut together, you know? But that didn't quite manifest. Yeah, so these doppelgangers, they love commerce. I guess that's probably the Starburns chef on the wall there. I like the big painting of a pizza, that one kind of in the middle there with the rope on it, because I think Round Table Pizza, there are pizza shops that do have those, and they're just so, it's such a strange decoration choice, but I mean, I get it. We spent a lot of time trying to figure out when and where to reveal this bald spot, because it's obviously not in his character. I mean, maybe not a lot of time, but I don't know. Dan just improvised that. I think it's funnier to imagine the improv than we execute it on the imagination or on the animation, but it's still pretty funny. Or at least kind of funny. I think in this past year there was a fight, not a fight, a game between the Tampa Bay Buccaneers and the Carolina Panthers. Whoa, his arm disappeared. What an error. You could see like the edge of his, I don't know, you might call it a cowl, his kind of like bib thing, but you couldn't see his arm sticking out of it when he was reaching into the barrel. I got the timer running, so I can't go back and look at it again, but you can. Just eating raw potatoes. Have you guys ever had a raw potato? They taste poisonous. Oh shit. Aaron's magic cloak. Jeff was eating during the... I think Jeff made fun of Dan a lot for eating during the tapings. And so I think this was Dan trying to make fun of Jeff for eating during the tapings. I love that shot of him touching his head after he drinks the liquor. Drunk Bone Weevil is good. Gasp. So I think I've mentioned before that the Blood Priests becoming part of barbarian society was one of Vorthion's machinations. He brought Limerick back to life, but like part of the sorcery that brought him back to life like imbued him with some of like Vorthion's essence to kind of mind control him subtly. And I don't know. Why do I it should all be text. There's no reason of leading this stuff subtext behind the scenes. But when they used the Beast of the Beginning the first time, Vorthion's programming activated, and that's what fucked up the Beast of Beginning and made the timeline worse. Because Vorthion can't use the Beast of Beginning by himself because he's a demon, but he can, influence the behaviors of other people who can use it. So that was kind of one of the main premises behind the whole season was Limerick's back. He was brought back to life. Shit's all Vorthioned out. It's bad news. And it turns out that Limerick himself is a machination of Vorthion. Whoa. That Dan's face. So this line by Carl, that actually, and that line too, when Dan was taking himself to dinner, and just catching up with himself, Carl was just an NPC and he walked onto screen and did that. But it didn't, like I said, the Dan stuff didn't really track too well. So we just added that line in that area because that seemed like it would fit. And we wanted to get more Carl goodness. So emphatic. Yeah, like we saw in the last episode, you can kind of just will yourself to float around in the astral sea. He's just bleeding and looking like a Nosferatu. I probably would have just let her catch them without a roll. But you know how Jeff is. Fuck you. He just tosses the rope. I don't know why those hit her like right in the hand. They should have just hit her like in the body. not being very helpful. I guess he's trying to be helpful, though. I don't like Dan. Like, look at Dan there. His acting is so... I don't know. His eye just looks weird. It's the same pose. We saved a lot of money there for not, animating him very much. Oof. You hate to see it. Vorthion has a bag of holding. That was supposed to be the red runestone, but we designed it as a different runestone than the red one that we saw in episode 6. So yeah, Vorthion's whole plan through that was to kidnap Fondue. And it was pretty fortuitous for me that Dan just kind of jumped onto his ship. Just made him easily be able to get away. Oh, I kind of talked over the reveal of the Astral Leviathan, but I thought that was a great shot. Very Pacific Rim-like. Something that bums me out about this shot is he throws the 3 knives, but the third one he's supposed to throw it into his foot, but he throws 3 knives and then throws a 4th knife into his foot. It's like a rules continuity error. That's one of the lines that gets stuck in my head is, they tell you your feet aren't important, but this is proving them wrong. This moment was inspired by Naruto when Itachi traps Kakashi in the Mangekyo Sharingan or whatever. I don't know how to pronounce any of those words. I would have liked the combat here to be more dynamic, but we went comedic, and he just thumb wrestles his inner demons. By the way, that's not like supposed to be a reveal that Vorthion is like evil Limerick or something. That's just like a manifestation of his mind control. I really like this astral water effect. Really cool. So something that kind of got lost was that originally when they get on the ship, Tampa Bay, like his ship was messed up, which is one of the reasons why it was docked in the town, because the planar shift attractor lets it go through planes, and that's what broke. And so it kind of got a bit rushed, and if this were like a scripted show, it would be really sloppy to do that. I mean, it was sloppy, but, what can you do? It's all improvised. Oh, damn. The next and final episode, huh? I can't ever remember. Do I cut it off as the credits are rolling? Or do I watch the whole credits? Oh, there's David Bonanno. Brian LaFada, Steve Levy. Vu. I know Vu. Oh boy. What a show, huh? So yeah, Vorthion stole fondue. Vorthion's ultimate goal is to steal the Beast of Beginning and make it work so he can rewrite the world to be evil or some shit. Anyway, what else? Any last minute things? I don't know. I wish they bought more stuff. They basically only bought that cloak, and Aaron wanted to buy more clothes, but, you know, I wanted them to buy like potions or something. I don't know. Whatever. Man, I look like shit. Anyway. All right, so that's this episode. One more episode left. I guess I'm probably not going to do these live, like I threatened to. But, you know, that's life, full of disappointments and letdowns. That's me, too, full of disappointments and letdowns. So, thanks for watching. We got one more. Hopefully, we can do another season. That would be nice, huh? I was thinking about doing the past couple of seasons, commentary tracks like this, but I don't know how well it'll work. Like how much I can remember from the seasons, you know? But I'll try it. Who knows? Maybe it'll be fine. Or at least watchable. Worth consuming for some people. Anyway, I gotta go to the bathroom. I'll see you later.